Always loving local music on Informante Radio, especially right here on the morning mix. It's Twazis with Tia, and we also checked out Arafat and Esmen with Buchter May Banakan Aina. That's the song. Moro. Check the check. So you praat nie weer met my nie of hoe's it nou?
So jy moet die song se naam nou sê op die sommer net so. Wat is die song se naam?
Buchter Messi.
Dis die artist.
Nee, Buchter Messi is die song se naam.
Oh.
Die artist is Arafat en Esmen, die koning van die suide.
Oh, Esmen, yeah, I know. I have an album of Esmen.
Is it?
Yes.
And Arafat, you don't know Arafat?
I've heard Arafat here a few times when you were playing Arafat.
He's more a producer than an artist, but yeah. Hy sit ook, you can drop ook album so now and then.
I see.
It's pretty good. Anyway.
So this Jimakme, what is it now part of the lyrics of the song?
It's the chorus, yeah.
Buchter
Messi, Jimakme binnenkant eina.
Oh, okay. Jimakme binnenkant eina.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is jy nou relaxed? Are you okay now?
Yeah.
Alright guys, ek ken nie wat gaan nie met my PC en I'm trying to actually catch the live stream so I can monitor and get to your comments. But anyway, we're going to sort that out as the show goes on. Right now it is time for your sports news on the morning.
Sports on the morning.
Let me see if I see the people. Gaan jy net aanpraat?
Which people are you looking for?
No, I'm talking about the live stream.
Oh no, here it is. I can also see it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Top Gaspering. I had to come. Is that me?
Yeah, that's you. That was you talking.
All right, let's start right here. Courtesy of the Namibian newspaper this morning. 51st Total Tara to take off. Right, Namibia's top rally drivers will battle it out against some South African entrants when the 51st Total Tara rally gets underway at Swakopmund this afternoon.
Wow.
The rally, one of the toughest and oldest in Africa, will start at the Swakopmund Dome at 1700 hours. That's 5 o'clock or 5 p.m., if you will. And will cover 4 special stages around Swakopmund before continuing to Windhoek tomorrow via Usakos and Karibib, with 2 super special stages set for the Tony Rust racetrack at 6 p.m. tomorrow. All right, now on Saturday morning, the rally goes to Okahanja for some special stages before once again returning to the Tony Rust racetrack for the 21st and last special stage at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Man, bye nice. And Cubase, we would like to thank you this morning. Wholeheartedly that you become very diverse in different sporting codes.
Hey!
So that you come to this show and not talk football, but you come with Total Tara.
Ek het julle gesê, I'm not a sports guy, I'm a soccer guy.
Yeah. Oh, so there's a difference.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. No, Cubase, Total Tara, I've been involved with Total Tara for quite a number of years.
Is it?
Because the organizers used to, especially with the prize giving, I would host a lot of the prize giving ceremonies over the years. So I sort of over the years, sort of grew an aptitude and understanding of the sport, and I must say it's really a grueling race. And I must say it's slowly also becoming very, very diverse. Total Tara, years ago you thought, no, it's just white drivers. But later on you would see colored, buster, and then also black drivers coming through, filtering throughout the years. So it's very well represented over cultural lines, I would say.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's not that so much, I think, within our own communities is because it's a very expensive sport. Because first and foremost, you must have a car.
Which you build yourself, presumably?
Which you build yourself, and you have to the fittings, the whatever. I don't know these car terminologies and what. Banana branch goede to make it faster or whatever. The guys, the colours who are on the show, they can probably explain this. But total Tara, it's good to hear that they are starting this coming weekend. So it starts at the Dome in Swakopmund.
It starts today.
Yeah, and then it ends at the Tony Rust on Saturday.
On Saturday, yeah.
So it's a grueling race. It seems like they'll be going through the desert, through the Komas Hoogland strip, and then obviously Tony Rust will obviously connect right there from the back of Walfish Bay, so it makes sense. Aha.
Interesting, 21 stages. They say the oldest, or one of the oldest and toughest rallies in Africa, so it should be an interesting one. And if that's your kind of thing, I guess you can go check that out, especially those of you that are at the coast. Shifting our attention to some athletics, Namibian Paralympic Committee Secretary General Michael Hamukwaya has urged parents to expose children with disabilities to sports as they could be future stars. All right, becoming an elite athlete, just like Johannes Nambala, Johanna Benson, or Anania Shikongo, means they will be able to earn an income to fend for themselves and their families, he said. Additionally, replenishing the national teams is paramount on the NPC's to-do list, with the Stella Shikongo and Benson in particular showing signs of waning, as evidenced by their underwhelming showing at the just-ended 2019 World Para-Athletic Championships in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, it's kind of... I didn't want to say that myself because I think I was very much in denial, especially about Johanna Benson. It just seemed like her performances have been waning in the last couple of months or year and a half or so, because she doesn't seem to be very, very prominent
anymore. Yeah, you don't really hear her name that much in the sports circles. But yeah, we definitely concur with that. If you have a child who's suffering from suffering may not be the right word, but who's affected by any form of disability, try and get them into sports. See what they're interested in, what they're good at.
Agree.
And we make sure that our national teams keeps getting fresh blood. Switching our attention now to football. It seems like there's some light at the end of the tunnel. The Normalization Committee to appoint interim technical director. All right, the FIFA Normalization Committee, according to the Namibian Sun, says it will appoint a temporary technical director to run football affairs for 3 months while it recruits a permanent director. Shines, I will take that phone away from you.
The
FIFA Normalization Committee's chairperson, Hilda Basson Namujebo, says they have identified...
You only have to say that once. I don't know why you have to say it twice.
Yeah, they must be sure that they heard it correctly. And now she said they have identified someone to serve as interim technical director for the Namibian Football Association, NFA, and will soon announce who it is. It is a very crucial position, and we are not ready to make a fixed appointment till next year. A technical director's task is to look at the development aspect of the NFA, not just for men footballers, but for women as well, among other things, she said. In the past, there was no development agenda on the NFA. Things were just done in a haphazard manner. People would make decisions at the spur of the moment without long-term plans. But now we have time to fix all this, Namujebo said.
Now, another state of affairs, Cubase, and the reason why I just opened up something here on my cell phone. It's something that obviously is doing the circles, is that there's a High Court judgment, notice of sale in execution in the High Court of Namibia by the Windhoek Country Club Resorts and Casino against the Namibian Football Association of outstanding monies that it seems the NFA owes
the country club.
The country club. And I'm telling you, they take possession of so many things of the NFA. Tafels, stoelen, computers, printers.
They've basically seized the property, whatever property was already in their possession. They decided,
yeah. So except for all this legal action at the moment, the NFA is in breach now of owing money to certain institutions, and it's all out there in the public domain. So we just sincerely hope that, like you do say, Cubase, that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Let's at least just start somewhere. If we can just start playing football on a Saturday and on a Sunday, we would appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But the issue has been, I think, largely between the Normalization Committee and NPL, not so much the NFA.
Okay. There's also a difference there.
That's okay, another story there. Well, guys, let's quickly say good morning to those of you joining us on the live stream. Sound, please, sir. What was wrong with the sound? Good morning, guys. That's Teresa Ndali, Stephen van Wyk. Sound, please. Neville was asking you guys about, some of those terminologies for the cars. He said apparently one of you colours.
Carlos.
Colour is a own names now. Colourful.
Colorful. What?
Colourful. Wesa Kiarukwa. Saying moro. Florence Houses, morning to you too. Lawrence Foreman, how do I bring my songs there? Come to the radio station, my guy.
Who's that?
Lawrence Foreman. Just like any other radio station around the country, you need to set your feet in our building.
That's it.
Okay, I had to restructure that sentence along the way. Eliasar T. Ashipembe, morning. Bason is on a Spress. What in the hell is a Spress, Lawrence? Bason is on a Spress. It's not julle wat ken, dis mos slang. Fulton Isaacs, moro to you. Margaret Extian, moro Owens. Ons luister lekker van 'n warm Texas.
Texas?
Yes.
God damn it. Is it like really Texas? Of is it Texas onder 'n slip? Of 'n Karasburg slip? As was ook Texas. Of Gobabas, Gobabas, they also call Gobabas Texas.
Is it?
Yeah, because they
Kettle country.
Kettle country and die boere is wild daar, so shit like there are a lot of honkies over there in the United States.
Mr. Javandaya.
No crackers. So can you please just make it very clear on which Texas you're talking about?
Texas USA or Texas Karasberg?
Yeah.
Martha Punda waving at us. We are waving back at you, Martha. Tom Zala France also sending us a wave. Wow.
Are we?
Tenga Kease Moro. Good morning, crew from Richard Hankert. Family Affairs. ACC must investigate why the Bassons only.
Wie is die?
Is Jay nog op? Is Lawrence? Lawrence is bezig met
Hey, Lawrence, ons eet daarso. Ons eet.
Ek het amper iets gesê.
Nee, dis mos reg, dis mos ek eet ook saam.
Vatileni Shakes Ndengu. Good morning, gentlemen in the studio. Good morning, my brother. Chili Bites Achis Castor. Good morning. Good morning. Tena Nambwa morning crew. And Doreen Lyonga. Good morning from Finland.
How do you say good morning in Finnish?
I was just about to ask that same question. Lerato Roy also saying moro. Yes, good morning, Lerato. Welcome to the morning mix for this morning. Never, let's just shift our attention to some international news quickly.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, where the soccer comes in. But first, we start with some boxing. Deontay Wilder has warned Luis Ortiz ahead of his WBC heavyweight title defense on Sunday morning, telling the Cuban the fight will not go the distance. Right? Wilder has granted Ortiz a second shot at his WBC belt at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, having already beaten him in a thrilling fight in March of last year. Speaking at their press conference, Wilder said, "Don't blink. This is war. You already know what to expect. The fight will not go the distance."
Yeah, I'm sort of tired of Deontay Wilder because he's just not my type of fighter.
That's how I felt about Klitschko.
Yeah, I know. But if I'm honest and if I'm realistic, I think he's right.
That he's gonna. Remember, I think Ortiz knocked him down in the last fight. No,
no. Nobody's ever knocked Wilder down.
Oh, is it?
Never. He's been shaken. Bietjie deurmekaar, bietjie chicken legs, but
maar nooit val.
Hy nog nooit geval nie. So he was really shook up by Ortiz in the last fight, I think in the 7th round. Ortiz was supposed to take him out, and then the round stopped, and then as they were sitting both in their corners, Ortiz was like, okay, the 8th round, ding ding, nou vat ek jou aan. So as they were starting the 8th round, the doctor called Wilder aside. Sê wag, kom ek kyk gou 'n bietjie jou oog. So because his eye was a little bit damaged. So Ortiz feels that because the 8th round started, ding ding, and then the doctor said, "Whoa, moenie eers aangaan nie. Kom eers hierso, Wilder." And he looked at the guy's eye. It gave Wilder
an advantage.
More time to recover. And as a result, and this is what Ortiz said, the fight was supposed to continue because there was about another 30 seconds. Because the 30 seconds is a lot, man. To really catch yourself back.
Yes, of course.
So, let's see. I hope Ortiz makes a good showing. He's a Cuban fighter. He speaks very funny English. Because he's a proud Fidel Castro product of Cuba. I would love for him to do well.
I am looking forward to that one. It's Sunday morning.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas. I don't think any of us are going to be flying out.
Hey, if you have a quota, continue.
Just don't say. All right, and now we switch our attention to the beautiful game. A thrilled Jose Mourinho. We spoke about this briefly yesterday. It was not confirmed yet, but Tottenham finally confirmed him yesterday as their new head coach. And he has vowed to bring passion to Tottenham and insists he couldn't be happier after becoming the club's new head coach. The former Man United and Chelsea boss has replaced Mauricio Pochettino, who was sacked, believe it or not, on Tuesday with the club sitting in 14th place in the Premier League. Negotiations between Spurs and Mourinho, who had been out of work since he was sacked by United in December, intensified over the last few days and concluded in the early hours of Wednesday morning.
Social media can be full of crap sometimes. They showed the bus of Tottenham Football Club. This big bus. They showed that on social media yesterday and said, this is Mourinho's first signing.
The whole bus.
Yes. It was packed the bus most.
But it's so interesting, guys. Like Mourinho likes that defensive. I mean, this guy went to Real Madrid and turned them into an ultra defensive team. And Tottenham like to play free-flowing attacking football. It's going to be interesting to watch this one. It's almost a mismatch. Daniel Levy doesn't like to spend even less so than what's the owner of United, Ed Woodward.
Or Chelsea.
Yes.
Chelsea was more
Abramovich spend. Now Levy is notorious for not spending money, and Mourinho, everywhere he goes, he needs to spend money he needs to buy that success for the club.
And Cubase, you know what? This is the issue that I've had with Mourinho for such a long time. He came to Chelsea as the special one. A newly constructed team of over 500 million pounds when Abramovich bought Chelsea. That's what was given to him on a silver platter. And again, not just because I'm an Arsenal supporter, but I tell you, Cubase, Arsenal's sort of fortunes went down when we started building the Emirates Stadium. We couldn't buy any players.
Yes.
But when Wenger was as old as Mourinho, he had so much success. At 50, 54, whatever,
Yeah.
he had a lot of success. Now that he's in his late 60s, you can see, obviously, that football has changed completely. This guy's success basically just hinged on the last 10, 14, 15 years on what he's been doing with money.
Yes, the players that he's able to bring in.
Yeah, but I don't think he's ever been a guy who could develop players because his ego is too big for.
He has to be the man at the club. It's interesting. Like Tottenham, I thought they were going to go for Brendan Rodgers because that was the name that was first being mentioned. And I think Brendan Rodgers would have been a perfect fit for Tottenham. He's been doing well at Leicester City so far this season. He didn't have all that much success at Liverpool, but he did well in the time that he was there. He basically built the team that Klopp came to come
And
Yeah.
basically
take to
perfected.
the next level, yes.
Yeah.
So I thought they were going to go that way, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this one shapes out.
I think Cubase in Brendan Rodgers' position, which he is at the moment at
Leicester.
I wouldn't want to take the Tottenham job either. He's on a good wicket with Leicester at the moment. He's
Definitely
doing
is.
extremely well. If they continue in the same vein, come on, man, they've been here before.
Yeah.
They've won the league. They've played Champions League football. They can do this again this year. So, yeah, with all due respect to Tottenham supporters and the club, not that I give a damn about them because they are my fiercest rivals in North London. But Brendan Rodgers,
I come up play by Leicester.
no.
Let's say I'm backing them for a top 4 finish this season.
I do.
Staying in England, Chelsea expect to find out within 14 to 21 days whether their appeal to overturn a FIFA transfer ban has been successful. The CAS, Court of Arbitration for Sports, said after a hearing on Wednesday, that was yesterday, that its ruling is expected in the first half of December. The month-long transfer window for English clubs, of course, opens on January the 1st, with the Blues having already served one of its 2 transfer window bans on registering new players. So they're, of course, challenging the verdicts by FIFA's disciplinary and appeal committees that the club violated 150 rules on the transfers of minors. Those cases involved about 70 players. So hulle was besig.
I will never forget the Judas Iscariot breakfast that Jose Mourinho had with Ashley Cole at the time when Ashley Cole was still playing for Arsenal, and Mourinho clandestinely called for a breakfast meeting with him, and he signed him over from Arsenal. And it's one of these transgressions, ne?
But,
Yeah, that this guy is just so disrespectful, this Mourinho guy. I don't.
But you know, ne, these things, they happen all the time in transfers.
Yeah, that's why City is also not in a good space at the moment.
You remember Barca was found apparently guilty of tapping up Antoine Griezmann?
Oh, yeah.
And they
there
were
you go.
fined a whooping, I think, $300.
$300.
Yes.
I
That
hope,
was a
man.
joke, bruh. It's like, yeah. I'm sure Bartomeu pulled that money out of his wallet. It's like, it's a fat chile.
Oh,
$300
man.
clip.
Oh, man.
You could have just let it go, man. $300 for a multi-billion-dollar. Imagine Trasco goes to court and we get sued for, and you know, we found guilty for whatever, and we
For
have to pay
$3 days. For $3 days.
even 3 days. Yeah, I saw 3 days in the rand.
Yeah.
It's petrol geld.
Yeah.
It's something else interesting that happened during the course of this week. Gareth Bale, he seems to be trying to antagonize the Real Madrid fans or the hierarchy or whatever. He, of course, risked angering them further after posing with a Wales flag which read Wales, Golf, Madrid in that order. I'm not sure if you saw that.
I saw that and I was following it because I remember the club president some time back of Real Madrid kept on saying that, poking fun at Gareth Bale, saying this boy does not really have the interest of Real Madrid at heart. He shows more when he plays for Wales. and he likes golf too much. So, and then to hit back at the club with a banner like that.
Yeah.
Yo, you got balls, man.
That's interesting. And you know, because he was saying, like, while they were playing the match, he heard the chants coming from the crowd. So, and he found it quite, funny. That's what he was saying. And then, of course, after the match, somebody probably saw the banner from one of the... I don't know if the banner is something that they made themselves or they pulled it from the crowd. The crowd, these European crowds are interesting. They come up with all this weird funny things.
Now that you do say it could be a banner that came from the crowd and they decided...
Well, they saw it, it's like, hey, keep. Let's go take pictures.
Yeah, and now he's in trouble.
Now he's in trouble, yeah. But
January.
January. Then he sal chip.
January, my bro.
On sal check. Madrid need him more than he needs them at the moment.
I hoor what you say. It's true. It's true.
It's going to be interesting.
But then he will have to come this weekend and he must score.
He would come speel.
And he must score 2 goals.
That's if Zidane plays him even. Hey, someone's going to bench for it. Hey, like, it seems like he's at the point where he's like, you know what, you guys are paying me this is
300,000 pounds
a week. I don't really care. You've got nice golf courses in Spain, in Madrid, so if you don't want to play me, I'm going to go play golf and I create my salaries and accept the days like warranty. All right, now before we get accused of hating on Liverpool, here's some update on your precious team before we end the sports this morning. Mohamed Salah and Andy Robertson are set to miss Liverpool's game at Crystal Palace on Saturday after failing to recover from ankle injuries. Both players have been able to rest during the international break after being left out of their national team squads. But the trip to Selhurst Park looks to have come too soon. Jurgen Klopp has been handed a further blow with news that Joel Matip is also likely to miss the game. Actually, Dejan Lovren has done pretty well to fill the shoes left by Matip. Matip has been injured a lot this season. I think he has not played. Yeah, actually, he has not played since the draw with Manchester United about a month ago and has still not recovered from a knee injury. However, Klopp looks as though he will be able to call on the services of Captain Jordan Henderson, who had been ill. They are also hopeful that Joe Gomez will be fit to play after he was forced to miss England's win over Kosovo on Sunday with a knee problem. In a further boost to the Premier League leaders, Xherdan Shaqiri has returned to training after missing the last 2 months with a calf injury.
Wow. Liverpool? Yeah, the Premier League is on our doorstep again this weekend. So, who are they playing against this weekend? You have any idea?
Liverpool, they're playing Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Not going to be easy.
Crystal Palace at home, not an easy proposition. Never.
Not going to be easy.
All right.
Whoa. Crystal Palace. That is the team that made them lose the Premier League about 2, 3, 4 seasons back. When that was the last season of what's his name?
Rodgers.
Of Rodgers and what is the Barcelona striker? Suarez.
Luis Suarez.
Yeah.
So
Crystal Palace has never been an easy
proposition. Yeah, it's going to be fireworks this weekend. Let me just read the final few comments before we officially call it quits with the sports for this morning. How are the Boer wild? How are the Boere wild in Gobabes at Che?
Hulle noem Gobabes Little Texas.
Klein Texas.
Yeah, and because of that is die boere is wild daarso.
Donald Mukwaru, the Spurs will go down after Mourinho takes over. He already has. And we will see. Julius Namindo, morning crew, loads of love, La Familia. All right, Futon Isaacs, Schlup, Mooi Meisie Fontaine.
Okay.
Stuur vir ons 'n foto. Tena Nambwa, Neville, vertel ons van jou fishing quotas. En we namlish our English.
Ja.
Oh.
Luister nee, my fishing quota is nie julle se besigheid nie. I have my quota. Gaan kry julle se quota asseblief. Ja. I thank you.
Chris Sandman, wanneer praat julle oor die kriminele in ons government of is julle bang?
Ons is nie bang nie.
Ons praat nou oor sports. Those two things are not necessarily mutually exclusive, but we try and separate the two. Yeah, sports gives us joy. Politics gives us heartburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
they keep on saying, and I think for all our viewers out there and listeners, is that all the success of mankind is at the back of a newspaper. And all the failures of mankind is on the front page of a newspaper.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
No, I should not look here. I should look there. Let that sink in. All right, we're going to be back in a bit with Maria also joining us in the studio. Stick around. This is the Morning Mix on Informante Radio.
Sports on the Morning Mix.